Gregory Matthews.
How's everything doing? Tristan's here. I've been here for about 35 seconds. I just biked here. I just put the kids down. I'm so excited. You guys all look miserable, but I just put kids to bed. And this is like my party when you're my age. You know what I'm saying? Why is everyone so miserable? All right. Okay, so do you guys ever feel like you're living life like Benjamin Button, but in reverse? Start with best joke. Check. Alright, so anyway, last time I was talking about anxiety. So I have a panic disorder with a lot of anxiety associated with it and a little bit of depression. It's a real cornucopia of mental illness. And I'm doing okay because I'm on drugs. I'm on Celexa right now. I've been on it for like years and years and years. But these treatments really have come quite a long way. In 1965, the state-of-the-art treatment for a panic disorder was your father telling me to stop being a little bitch. But we've come quite some ways since then. But even on drugs, I go up and down. And lately I haven't been doing very well. If I was a pop rock band, I would be Panic at the Everywhere. The other night, the other night I was in the shower and I shivered a little bit when I was getting out of the shower. And instead of going to bed, I spent 3 hours reading about Parkinson's disease. No one's a fan of Parkinson's disease here. I've been spending so much time on WebMD doing this, like reading about my symptoms, that if they gave out frequent flyer miles based on how much time you spent on their site, I'd have enough to fly to Thailand for free and panic about dengue fever in person. And I'd have enough left over to do an entire disease panic world tour. I could go to the Congo for Ebola, I could go to Saudi Arabia for MERS, and the pinnacle of any disease panic world tour, I could panic about West Nile virus at the Nile. Got a weird bug spread, it's a mosquito-borne illness. Those little suckers will get you, you know what I'm saying? This guy knows what I'm talking about. He's terrified of mosquitoes. So some of my friends are like, hey Greg, listen, I get it. When I took my driver's exam when I was 16, I was really nervous that I was going to fail. Bitch, please. Being a little bit concerned about something based in reality, that's what we call a normal human reaction. You wouldn't tell LeBron James that you know what it's like to play the NBA Finals because you played an intramural playoff basketball game in your one semester community college, Steve. You don't know what it's like. I'm the LeBron James of anxiety. I once had a bat in my house, and it almost destroyed my marriage. That's the level I'm playing at here, okay? You're beneath me. I am the king. LeBron James. Let me explain this. So, I had a bat in my house. We're laying in bed, me and my wife. Bat swoops over us. We get out of bed, we try to find the bat. We can't find the bat. We go back to bed. I don't think anything of this, all right? The next day at work, I'm telling my coworkers, hey, at lunch, hey, we had a bat in our house last night. And Amy goes, you gotta be careful with bats. They can bite you when you're asleep without you knowing it. We'll clear my schedule for the next month, because if you need me, I'll be spending 100% of my time on WebMD doing research like I'm working for Ken Burns on a rabies documentary. Okay? And this really did affect my marriage. It really wasn't going well. I don't have time to do things when I'm thinking about, when I'm foaming at the mouth, right? I don't have time to do dishes or go to work or be emotionally available. I can't do that. I'm rabid. Spoiler alert, I wasn't actually rabid. It turns out I wasn't rabid. And so everyone knows about foaming at the mouth. If I asked you what's a symptom of rabies, you'd be like, oh, foaming at the mouth. Is that a sign to me? Oh, okay. Everyone knows about foaming at the mouth, right? You know what else is a symptom of rabies? Anxiety. Do you know how twisted that is? Is it the anxiety that makes me think I have the rabies? Or do I have anxiety because I have rabies? This is like the investment banker infinity loop. Am I an investment banker so that I can afford cocaine? Or am I doing cocaine so that I can be good at being an investment banker? Except in my case, I'm not an investment banker, but I'm doing the cocaine anyway because my brain thinks that I'm an investment banker. Because I had a bat in my house. Is that too hard to follow? Might be too hard to follow. Too hard to follow? Anyway, it turns out that we found a coffee bat, and it turned out it was a big brown bat. And anyone who has done hundreds of hours of rabies research knows it's the little brown bats you gotta be worried about. Big brown bats don't usually carry rabies. I'm so stupid. What a waste of time. What, 30 seconds left? But if you really, is that right? Just keep going?
Go.
everybody over? All right. Just gonna let me go. All right. But you really want to run with the big dogs? Invasive thoughts. Here's how this works. My brain is constantly thinking, what's the smallest thing I can do right now that will ruin my life? Let me explain. Let's say I'm getting lunch. My brain will go, take out your dick? And then my brain hurdles down the worst case scenario train. I get arrested, I have to register as a sex offender, I end up going to prison, I have to become El Diablo's house mouse for protection against the unit freak. I don't know what I want with turkey sub. I can't think about condiments right now. I'm trying not to get sent back to restricted housing. I heard they had bats there. I'm Gregory Matthews, follow me on MySpace. Thanks for everything.
Gregory Matthews, everybody. WebMD, we've all been there. That's why hangovers rule. It's the only thing you don't have to do. You're just like, oh yeah, like, it makes sense. Hey guys, your next